teams will be interviewed by a professional journalist, and Jack's team have to argue the Mosquito's good, whilst Izzy's team will argue it's a bad thing. So they take to the streets to ask the public what they think.
The thing is, because Jack... There's another one.
But team leader Jack's got two very strong teammates to control, and he wants to make sure they know who's in charge.
You start talking about it and I can't get my stuff out. I need to ask permission. It's not just me that you I know, it's both of you. Yeah, is everyone alright with that? You don't have to walk behind me, you can walk next to me. I'm just saying that... Okay. Is everyone alright with that, yeah? Do you think it's a good idea to have in a shop?
Yeah, it's good if they've got kids who are really not behaving well. I think it's quite good for that.
Why do you think it's a good idea?
Because certain places where people hang around who are not wanted, they can always move somewhere else.
I don't think it's a good idea on principle that you're differentiating against, because if you're differentiating on age, why not differentiate on colour or differentiate on any other perspective? So I just disagree on principle.
The strongest arguments are mosquitoes are good because they get rid of gangs without a fight and they save police time. Mosquitoes are bad because it's unfair and against kids' rights, since not all kids are troublemakers, and it doesn't solve the problem. The gangs just move to another shop.
Got to say, both teams have done a really good job today. They've been rushing around, gathering information and forming their arguments. Now, tomorrow is a big day for all of them. They think they're going to be interviewed by some ordinary journalists. Oh no, that would be too easy. What they don't know is that we set up their very own special version of the BBC's flagship current affairs show, Newsnight. It's the morning of the big debate. The boys don't even know where they're going, but they're determined to look fabulous. Between the hairspray and makeup, they're also swatting up on mosquito facts. But Izzy's struggling to keep her team away from the mirror.
Peter, what are you going to have this, like, on the floor and stuff? It's a bit of a mess right now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Why not order it or something, yeah? We might as well be prepared, because believe me, that's what the other team will be doing. Hazel, she's like a control freak, man.
Yeah, that's a good point, okay.
Don't let them put you in your place.
Yeah.
If they say something, immediately go into...
And also, remember what Anne told us, like, if you're doing a debate, make sure, like, you tell the truth.
Yeah.
Because you can spin out of control.
The teams will be interviewed by a journalist, but have no idea where it's taking place. What they do know is by the end of the day, one of them will be eliminated.
I've got all the facts here that we wrote down, and so I'm just trying to remember them, to be honest. Because they're like the main points that we want to put in. At least we've got our little...
mascot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although it does say take me home, so, you know, it rather implies that we're going home. But I'm not going to say anything now because they can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. We heard every word you said, Izzy.
Yeah.
You know how we do. You know how we do.
Ooh, the rivalry's hotting up, but it's still all a mystery where they're going. Until...
Is that where we're going?
I need a wee.
Ooh, is that it?
Ben will be going on the news. I go on the news looking like this.
Yes, it's the BBC.
Welcome backstage to BBC Television Centre. How does it feel?
Great.
Exciting?
Yeah.
Now, yesterday I told you were going to be interviewed by a journalist. What I can tell you now is that you're going to be interviewed on the BBC's biggest politics show, Newsnight, by Emily Maitlis. Two members of your team will be on set in the firing line. The other member of your team will be backstage in the gallery, feeding information to those two team members and giving them the facts they need through an earpiece. Now, normally a politician wouldn't have the luxury of having information fed to them, but you have this advantage and you need to use it wisely.
Newsnight is a live television programme where political leaders get a grilling by Britain's top journalists.
Jack, can you hear me? Is he?
Up in the control room, Quincy and Tudor will feed facts to their teammates.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is he not, if you can hear me?
But for those on the studio floor, being able to talk as well as listen through their earpiece will be very hard.
Look at me on the TV.
Once again, the man they'll all have to impress, series judge Jonathan Dimbleby, will be watching out for any signs of weakness.
I need to stick to our point. We've got the facts. We've got a very strong argument. We've got a very strong argument, and we can do this.
We need to make sure that we don't sound like we're competing against each other, because we're competing against the interviewer.
Just say words.
That's what I'm gonna say, like,
say like main points. Don't.
Like about police presence, like police.
Yeah.
It's up to him to decide which member of the losing team will be eliminated. There's now just seconds to go before their very own Newsnight debate.
10 seconds. Titles off line D.
To win the debate, they'll have to remember their arguments and get their points across in a calm and professional way.
Running time.
Hello, good evening. Tonight we'll be discussing the controversial teen deterrent, the Mosquito. It's been designed to deal with problems of antisocial behaviour and vandalism that can arise when young people congregate outside shops, schools or railway stations. Well, joining me now are Amandeep and Izzy against the device, and Hazel and Jack in favour of the Mosquito. Hazel and Jack, why would you introduce a device that penalises every child, every baby that comes near it?
Well, basically, the device will be fitted above, and it'll only be played if there's going to be people messing around.
With the debate underway, how well will the teams respond to their fact-checkers' advice?
This is the Mosquito sitting right here in front of me. Your target age, you two. Hazel, you must have heard this Mosquito before. How did it make you feel? Did it make you want to join a youth club?
Well, it was quite an annoying noise, and it certainly wouldn't make me stand outside a shop for much longer.
Only the ones that are misbehaving causing antisocial.
If they were misbehaving and causing antisocial behaviour, then I think that they deserve to be punished in this way.
It's a good start for the Purples. Hazel managed to pick up on Quincy's points. Can the Green team do as well?
This device, as you've heard, is both safe, legal, the manufacturers tell us. What's to stop them selling it? Emily, you're shaking your head.
Government. Well, it's a very important thing that the government fund in things that are special. The government obviously haven't used it. They haven't paid for it to give to all the shops. So why is it that we should believe in it if the government aren't?
Right. So your argument, then, is just that it doesn't work properly?
Our argument, Emily, is that not only does it not work properly, the fact that it's not going to make a huge difference. Shopkeepers put it in...
Amandeep's trying his trick of turning the tables on Emily, but she's used to taking no nonsense.
The Co-op has said it's made an extra £3,000 in the first week of installing the
just move somewhere else.
because people are no longer scared away from their premises. Isn't that a big step up?
Not particularly, because only 8,000 of these Mosquitoes have been sold.
The pressure's mounting, and Amandeep's not listening to Tudor.
Millions of people buy MP3 players and stuff, and if your ears are already damaged from listening to that, how are they going to be that you probably won't be able to listen to the Mosquito anyway?
It looks like Tudor's talking to thin air, and Amandeep's arguments are just muddled.
This Mosquito is just driving people underground to places that you don't know about.
There aren't any other solutions.
I don't think there are actually any other solutions. I mean, we need to take action now. This is a step forward. We have crime in Britain which is not getting any better by the day. So
the Purple team system is working like a dream, but can they win the debate?
You're getting rid of the Mosquito. What are you putting in its place?
Again, police presence. And you can say that people want to use the Mosquito and it's making people feel safe, but
police presence.
The point is, children shouldn't be on the streets in the first place with nothing to do.
In trouble.
Cost too much.
Costs far too much. £500 per Mosquito. Imagine what that will do.
That will cost a lot more than youth groups and youth classes.
Yeah, why don't you just do that? And then it's tackling the root cause instead of just trying to prevent.
Wow, the argument's really hotting up. But time's running out to get those vital final points across.
Children aren't pests. Children aren't dogs. Children have minds, and adults can't have to stop taking control all of the time. The matter is, Hazel, that children, on a whole, aren't all bad.
If people have antisocial behaviour, then they deserve to be punished.
It's violating your human right.
It's a hassle-free step forward.
Okay.
Really
Thank you all very much indeed.
Violating people's troubles.
And that's all from the Mosquito Newsnight.